Delsin wasn't wrong. Now, how to find Stanford. There's something flashing under their skin. That's not very discreet. This is what happens to mortals who step out of line. This implant could be useful. That's not very discreet. I've never seen a machine like that. It's a perfect fit. Let's see how it works. There. I've got an implant, but it's blinking.
Clearance implant required.
That doesn't work on corpses. I can fix that. They don't know everything about us yet. An implant database. If it were unlocked, I could locate Stanford, but I would need a red implant to do that. One from the Society of St. Leopold. What do these symbols mean?
Oh, what now? Please, the door won't open. I thought your test was over.
Yeah, but you have to put everything back the way it was, otherwise the security blocks everything. I'll take care of it, but I have to finish this first.
Very practical.
That's why we do our tests in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
If you're in a hurry, you can take a look.
I'll wait. I'm getting tired. Oh.
That changed the number that's displayed.
I don't understand.
There we go. Finally. I hope I find something in the archives. But I doubt I will.
It looks like a converted military base. Left over from the Cold War, most likely. There's a red implant. It might be the one I'm looking for. There must be a way to get him out of here. Excuse me,
It's pointless. He won't answer.
Excuse me?
You'll have a hard time getting Father Joseph's attention. In the meantime, please don't make too much noise.
The Boston Arcanum caught fire. I don't remember when it happened, but it goes back a while. Florins that belong to former hunters. What do they hope to get out of them? This kind of cover must correspond to a taxonomy. The cover of a very old book. Sorry to bother you.
It's not a problem, but I need to warn you that we love our silence.
I see that we have collected a lot of things.
Yes, and it can be complicated to find your way around. What are you working on?
I'm researching interrogation methods.
I understand. It's not at all my specialty, but I recommend that you look at the works from the Middle Ages. The Spanish Inquisition was particularly effective in extracting confessions from heretics and other things.
Thanks for the advice.
I don't know what they can feel, but I remember reading something about a retractor used on a particularly sensitive part of the body.
The person in charge here, if I needed to talk to him, how would I go about doing it?
It's not easy. In general, Father Joseph doesn't leave the conservation area until he has finished his work. If he's restoring something, it can take a long time. He locks himself in with everything he needs, food and drink, and we don't see him again until he's done.
What happens if there's an emergency?
Look around you and ask yourself, what kind of emergency could there ever be in a museum or library?
So he doesn't come out.
That doesn't mean he can't be reached. He approves every request to borrow a book from the conservation area through a computer system.
So, if I request a book, he'll come and hand-deliver it to me?
No, it's automatic. He'll just approve the request. His work is very important. We do everything we can not to interrupt him. I'd rather you not disturb him.
You have to admit it's unusual. I've rarely seen such extreme measures taken for a library. It's like being in a bank.
It's worse than a bank. It's a museum.
I'm intrigued.
All these works are rare and precious. If anything were to happen to them, it would be a devastating loss, especially for Father Joseph. He spends a lot of time maintaining them. He really cares about them.
I'll be going now.
What? Fine. Very well. I'm coming.
Ah, thus Cain went to Abel.
Excuse me.
My conviction might not be as strong as it used to, but I can still sense your true nature. My stomach is in knots. I'm not wrong, am I?
And you aren't crying out for help.
Should I? We could just have a conversation. Quietly.
Why?
I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. To meet a kindred face to face. Who knows? Maybe you'll also learn something from the exchange. I am Father Joseph Manna.
You can call me Galeb.
Galeb? Very well. That's a much better start to our conversation. Or an exchange of best practices. I consider myself an interpreter of the great book of your existence. And you are a fascinating subject.
What exactly are you looking for?
You intrigue me. From a theological standpoint, you're an enigma.
That's almost certainly for the best.
I'm not so sure of that. Perhaps if we understood you better.
It's not that simple. We'll always incite fear in humans. The mere mention of us generates a reaction of disgust.
That could evolve. With time and patience.
Time is one thing we don't have. The Inquisition only stops when all is consumed and reduced to ashes.
Well, maybe we could find another remedy.
You might be exactly what I'm looking for here. We could work together, but you're siding with the barbarians. A scholar like you has no place here.
You're mistaken about us. Our common interest is to understand you.
Then you must be blind.
What makes you say that?
The First Inquisition targeted heretics. We all know how that played out. In torture and flames.
But that's all so far behind us. We don't have to make the same mistakes.
I'm sure you know better than I do what happened in London and Vienna. And now, Boston.
Unfortunately, the evidence is stacking up. Maybe what we're doing here isn't any different.
It's obvious. Open your eyes.
Admit that we can't just stand by and do nothing. Vampires are a threat. Why should I help you?
Humans are also a threat. You pollute like swarms of locusts, destroying everything on the planet. Like all predators, we have a role to play in the food chain.
I must admit that what you're saying isn't entirely crazy. You could well have your part to play in God's creation. You must understand my hesitation. If you were in my shoes, would you trust yourself? You're not a sheep. That's obvious. But that doesn't mean you'd help your enemies.
It doesn't matter what I think. I do what must be done. Especially when the stakes concern more than just my person.
Do you think I'm acting selfishly?
That's not for me to judge.
It seems so simple when you say it. But if evil is among us, it will be difficult to defeat. Like the snake in the Garden of Eden.
So, I'll cut off its head.
You mean to kill Monsignor Stanford? You're mad. That's not the solution.
Stanford is far from innocent. He defiles your beliefs.
It's true that we are often in disagreement.
Then it's time to take action.
You're right. I've been blinded for far too long. I don't know where Stanford is, but you can locate Chiara Faverone in the clinic. She's the only person who has access to that on the main computer.
Very well, then.
But please, no unnecessary violence. Leave, now, before someone finds us together.
Not so fast. I'm counting on your discretion.
And I am counting on yours.
He won't betray me. And who knows? Maybe I'll run into him again.
All that for nothing. I'm getting tired. Oh.
Higher clearance required.
Doesn't seem to work.
When you're done with that, get started on cleaning the last tank.
Very well.
Hurry up, Henry. What part of I need those results wasn't clear? A child would understand.
That's a
Why
lot of
can't
blood.
you?
What are they doing here?
Can't you see that I'm working?
A red implant. Maybe the one that I need.
The epidermis is already breaking down.
I've been working on this for way too long.
Tell me you weren't there for Faverone's meltdown.
I only caught the end.
Great. She yells at me in front of everyone now. It's her way of motivating the troops.
There are less painful techniques.
I'd be a lot faster if I didn't have to double as her personal assistant. I'm in the middle of a promising procedure, but I keep getting interrupted. No matter. I'd better stop complaining.
You know, your problems won't solve themselves. Things can improve, but you have to talk about it.
Favarone is a natural at giving orders, that's for sure. A bit too comfortable. We're not getting anywhere. Things were easier before. And she's not just anyone in the Society of St. Leopold.
Henry, if you don't want to be the next body under my scalpel, I need those lab results by tomorrow.
I'll be going now.
Back to work.
It would appear they are attempting to use our regenerative abilities on humans. They'll never be able to do it.
All right. Concentrate.
Is that what they've got planned for us? These people must be stopped, or we'll all end up here. I can't accept that. I feel that urge, like something is tearing me apart. There's nothing to be done. It's locked. It won't open.
All right. Concentrate. If Favarone thinks I work better under pressure...
All right. That's better.
Easy.
don't have anything better to do? In case you were wondering, this isn't dinner and a show. Get back to work.
A surgical steel table that's been carefully put away. Everything is ready for an operation. These gloves are made from thin plastic. It would be easy to tear them. A surgical steel table that's been carefully put away. Everything is ready for an operation.
What the hell are you doing?
I might as well throw that out now. Good job. Go get me this creature's cerebellum from cold storage.
Here's the pass and the reference of the member I was working on. And hurry up!
Decontamination complete.
Alright. Concentrate.
Apparently you are in cold storage. Great. I'll unlock the box containing the cerebellum. Hurry up.
Jara, I didn't approve of your methods, but you were always an effective spy. They managed to get you, too. What a waste. never thought I'd be handling a cerebellum.
If Fatterone thinks I work better under pressure...
Decontamination complete.
I still don't see what I asked for on my table.
You sure took long enough. I can finally get back to work.
Leave the premises immediately.
These gloves are made from thin plastic. It would be easy to tear them.
I need that.
What? Ah! Ah! Oh! 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 Oh!
Decontamination complete.
The latest results aren't good.
The elevator just came down. The implant was deactivated. I need to be careful. That's the key to my cover.
All right.
Unit 731. Experiments on human subjects in Asia, 1932 to 1945. Wholesome reading. Unit 731, Experiments on Human Subjects in Asia, 1932 to 1945. Wholesome reading. The glass-walled room appears to contain very old books. They're extremely fragile. There must be a connection. It's unlocked.
What? What do you want? My time is precious, and I've got a boss breathing down my neck. So if you have no business here, either leave, or I'll call your friends to drag you out of here.
Shut up and listen to me. I'm not here to play games. Nobody has time to waste here. Neither you nor I.
Excuse me. I'm really under pressure right now.
Everyone's stressed out. Anything else would be surprising.
Are you talking about the Society of St. Leopold being here? It's true that Gallagher is running us ragged.
What do you mean?
She's always trying to go beyond the call to impress her superiors. And she takes it out on us. Well, I'll be getting back to work now.
Your shoulder. Are you hurt?
What? Oh, that. No. It's blood, but it's not mine. When you spend your days dissolving bodies, you're bound to get splashed.
I'll be on my way now.
I don't understand. Finally, the cleanup's going to start. We don't have all night.
There's a space for a valve there. It's a perfect fit.
Decontamination complete.
Chlorine solution.
Decontamination complete.
None too soon. Tank number 1 has been cleaned. Rahim, can you please set up the next test for me when you have time?
I'll take care of it as soon as I'm done with this.
I'll open the door for you.
Acids, thermite, liquid nitrogen. Nice collection. She has a red implant that could help me find Stanford.
Rather effective. Yes, that should shut a lot of them up. Who developed this amazing weapon? No, not her. There's no way.
Pyrolysis protocol. Pyrolysis complete.
Nothing. It appears the power is out. I hope the implant is intact. It doesn't look damaged. A book about the Society of St. Leopold. burned to a crisp. I won't get anything out of it, unfortunately. From the looks of it, their prototypes appear to be quite effective already. I can take it. Very well. Let's see what I have access to now. Wonderful. I can access the database. Stanford. Based on the GPS data, he's not far off. But below me, there's something flashing here. What did I unlock? A draft by Chiara Faverone.
Senior, I am very honored by your offer to take over from you, but I am afraid I must decline. Our strategy is flawed. I've already told you that, and I wouldn't want to do any dishonor to your legacy here. Chiara Faverone. End of dictation.
Interesting. But I'm here for Stanford. It's now or never.
There he is! Take him downstairs.
Today is September 6th, 2019. This is confession number 6, conducted by Father Walter Stanford. I'm being assisted by Agents Hawthorne and Beck from SAD. The blank body was apprehended in our laboratory. I imagine you used one of your little magic tricks on the guards at the entrance to get inside. I don't recommend that you attempt that with me.
I must endure this.
Very well. Let's get down to the heart of the matter. Begin by identifying yourself.
He knows more than he's letting on. I must be careful.
Free me. Right now.
Unfortunately, my mind is inviolable, as is the will of our Lord.
What? How can he resist?
You disappoint me. I expected more maturity from an old leech like yourself. We know all about you, Galeb, Suleiman, Parasite. They're all just synonyms. Repeat after me, Suleiman. Confiteor Deo omnipotenti. Repeat. Mea culpa. Mea maxima culpa. Bear your guilt until your imminent final death. Bear it, and may the Lord have mercy on you. But let's not waste our time on trivial matters. You're a businessman. After all, time is precious to you, even if you have all eternity at your disposition.
What do you want? hunt.
I ask the questions, you answer. Things will be clearer that way. What did you hope to accomplish by coming here?
I'm just a scout. We're going to strike. Not just to scare you, to eliminate you.
A scout? You're going all in. Believe me, we're ready to greet your friends with all the pomp and circumstance they deserve. Be that as it may, you managed to find us. How?
We have eyes everywhere. Did you really think we wouldn't notice anything?
Impressive. Not to mention the fact that you managed to get in here. That's no small feat for a vampire alone. Were there any lost souls that helped you?
You'll never make me talk.
This could all be so much more pleasant. It's my fault. I must not have made myself clear enough. I take no pleasure in any of this. You're going to need to be more reasonable now. Let's try something else now. A subject that's especially dear to me. I know there's a place where you believe you are in safety. Since you know where we are, don't you think it's only fair that you tell us where you are?
Fine. I'll tell you where we hide.
Where? Let's finish this.
Washington Street.
A nice location. That could be right. I'm intimately acquainted with Boston, you see. I was born here. That's why it's so important to me that we clean it up. We'll verify this information quickly. Very quickly. I have so many more questions to ask. Let's see what I can find out from you. It seems we've caught another who's of greater interest than you.
Who?
See you soon, Galeb.